Hello there, I'm your host BC, and welcome to That's Just the Way It Is. I'm going to talk about something that I found was very unusual and very weird for someone to get themselves into. Over at Fort Lauderdale, Florida, this lady who had just came off a cancer wall, which is, a lot of people say is a great thing. That's another topic for another day. Anyway, evidently she was in a hurry. She could have been on the phone. I mean, there's a dozen things this lady could have been doing. She could have been thinking about the walk she was just on. I mean, it's really hard to say. But she comes to a drawbridge. You're not supposed to walk across the drawbridge anyway. There's a sign right there telling you it's not for pedestrians. Anyways, she proceeded to walk across this bridge, and guess what happens? It comes up. Alright, now me, I gotta say, if I'm in that, I've not been in that situation, but I gotta say, if I was in that situation, what I would have done was got off. This lady didn't get off. She grabbed on and went for a ride. Well, there were onlookers looking, and someone called 911. They got the fire department out there. They got a 24-foot ladder to get the lady down, so she had to be at least around 20 feet up in the air. How do you get yourself in that situation? And I've been wondering about that since last night. I've been thinking really hard, because I'm one of these people, I don't like to label anyone, but it is what it is. And I'm sorry, ma'am, you're a blooming idiot. I'm sorry, you are. Because only a blooming idiot would get themselves in that situation. If you was in a hurry to get somewhere, you need to leave earlier than what you left, evidently, to get there. I mean, there is nothing that's so important that's going to be risk your life and the life of others who's coming to save you from getting in a situation you shouldn't have been in anyway. So I would imagine that since this lady has done this, that Fort Lauderdale is going to look into this and maybe even take the lady to court. I mean, she shouldn't have been there anyway. She put her life in danger and lives of others. I mean, I know firemen and policemen and people like that, they are in business, they're there, their profession, and they do put their lives at risk, but they put their lives at risk for accidents. That was not an accident. That was someone who thought they knew they were doing something and really didn't know what they were doing, and just put themselves in a pickle, I guess you could say. Anyway, so I would imagine that they're going to look into this, and they probably be fines, probably community service. I mean, something. I mean, because this lady, she took help away from somebody else who probably really needed it. So I think that really needs to get looked into. And as far as you lady, I'm sorry, you made the blooming idiot list. I gotta say, you're at least a number 83 on the blooming idiot list. Welcome to the list. And I like to thank you for joining me, and that's just the way it is.